Hey everyone, thank you for clicking on this. If you did, I hope you like it. If you do, please like, subscribe, and comment below. So this is the next Doctor, the third Doctor of Doctor Who, Jon Pertwee. Da 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 da. Da, 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 da. And before we continue, as with the previous two Doctors, Fancy Bear! Yay! Okay, so the third Doctor, Jon Pertwee, the next incarnation after Patrick Troughton. So his Doctor brought in a new era. It brought in color. It brought in new companions. It introduced us to a companion who, for a lot of people who watched Classic Who, when it premiered, this companion became a fan favorite, and she was introduced during the last year of Jon Pertwee's run. And that is Sarah Jane Smith. Sarah Jane Smith. But yeah. Pertwee's a cool Doctor. Pretty much this Doctor. So you got the grandfather, you got the uncle. Then you got the secret agent. Pretty much this was their attempt, or Pertwee's Doctor is pretty much the sci-fi James Bond. I know, James Bond is already British, but yeah, this is the sci-fi James Bond. He is smart. He uses gadgets, a lot of gadgets actually, more than the other two Doctors. And he fights. Like, he knows fighting moves, which is definitely very interesting. Pertwee's another fun addition. I like his incarnation. The one thing I don't like about his incarnation is not him as the Doctor, but the stories for him. Because of the way they chose to start fresh with Pertwee, the character of the Doctor, for a good chunk of his run, other than like a couple episodes here and there, especially in the beginning, but for a good chunk of his run, he is trapped on Earth. And I am not gonna lie, I'm not a fan of those. I'm not a fan of those stories. They obviously still have monsters and aliens and all that good stuff, all the stuff that came before with Doctor Who. But them doing something new, they trapped the Doctor on Earth, and I'm not a fan of it. It takes a while until he starts traveling again. And it annoyed me. It bugged me. I didn't like that he was trapped on Earth. That 90% of his stories, his episodes, take place on Earth. I'm not saying they're bad stories. I'm not saying they're bad episodes. I'm not saying he's a bad Doctor. He was not a bad Doctor. I just think trapping the Doctor on Earth was a bad move. But hey, I wasn't born yet. So that's just my opinion. So Sarah Jane Smith was his final companion. But the companion he was well known for, if I can find her name, I probably will not be able to. I think it was Jo. Oh, that's gonna bug me. Jo Grant. There we go. I said Jo. Yeah, Joe Grant. He he had one companion in his first season, but she only lasted a season, and then she left. I don't know what happened to her, but yeah, he had one assistant, or not assistant. He had one. His first companion only lasted his first season. Then she left, or half of his first season. I would have to rewatch it. I don't know, but and then once they brought in Joe Grant, she was in it for pretty much the rest of his run until his final season, till the final run of episodes when they brought in Sarah Jane Smith, played by the late great actually, because unfortunately she did pass, Elizabeth Sladen, and she actually died in the last 8 years or so. But yeah, she a lot of people know Sarah Jane, and when they did eventually bring Doctor back and it was successful, um they gave her actually a spinoff, her very own spinoff that lasted like 5 seasons. Short seasons, like they're not long seasons, but yeah, she got her own spinoff, which I think is cool. And actually, that's not a bad show. I might talk about that later. But anyways, the Third Doctor. So yeah, I like Pertwee as a Doctor. I just don't like his stories. I like that they finally brought color into Doctor Who. They brought color into Doctor Who. They made him pretty much a sci-fi special agent or secret agent, however you want to say that. But yeah, he's fun. He, yeah, I like the Third Doctor. In all honesty, I like him as a Doctor. I just don't like his stories. Yeah, but I still think he's worth watching, even though the stories take place mostly on Earth. There's still some really good stories within his episodes, within his time on the show as the Doctor. Eventually, he does start traveling again, which I like. Yeah. They also, because his doctor, Pertwee's doctor, was kind of like a secret agent. This season, his first season, they introduced it in Troughton because I guess they were preparing for this. But this is where they really dug into it. They brought Unit back, and Unit became part of his I wouldn't say companions, but associates he deals with every day, and he helps Unit. Unit helps him, and they bring in the Brigadier, and he's an interesting character. And their chemistry, Pertwee and the Brigadier, have a very interesting chemistry, and it's fun and it's cool. And they have disagreements, and you understand both sides, and it brings up very interesting story points, and I like that. I wasn't a fan of it taking place mostly on Earth, but the Unit and bringing in the Brigadier, I thought that was interesting and brought in a lot of good story points and a lot of good tension when they want to create tension between the Doctor and Unit. I thought that was cool. Him and Joe have really great chemistry. Him and Sarah Jane definitely do as well, but she was brought in when he was getting ready to pretty much leave. So I don't know how much he was in it at that point. But yeah, they still did fine. They still had good chemistry. But his main companion, the one he's known for, is Joe Grant. And yeah, they definitely have really, really good chemistry. And they have a lot of fun stories and episodes together. But yeah, this one's a little bit shorter review wise because that's all I really got on the Third Doctor. I like him. I'm not a fan of the direction of keeping him on Earth for most of his episodes, but they did what they could. They brought in Unit, which I thought was very interesting. They made him a sci-fi secret agent. I thought that was cool. Him and Jo Grant have great chemistry. The actress who plays Jo Grant. Yeah, it's a fun ride. It's still a fun show. I think it's worth your time. As you can see, they released a lot more of his seasons on Blu-ray compared to the Second Doctor. Like I said in my thoughts review of Troughton's era, they didn't release, they didn't combine episodes into Blu-ray seasons. They did for the First Doctor with Hartnell, with one of his seasons in the second season, and they do with all the other Doctors. They do it for. It's just Troughton. I don't know. Maybe because they lost episodes. Maybe it's just too difficult. I don't know. But the Second Doctor has no Blu-ray seasons, and I think that's a shame. But the Third Doctor does, and everyone else does. So yeah, I think he is well worth your time. He's a fun Doctor. I just wish they didn't stick him on Earth. But eventually he does leave and start traveling again. So once that happens, I liked him a lot more once that happens. But yeah, that's all I got. So in the comments, what'd you think of Pertwee? If you watched him, if you haven't watched him yet, let me know. Are you planning on it? Let's get some conversations going, man. Come on. I want to talk about the Doctor. Please? Yeah. That's all I got for you. I hope you guys like this. If you do, please like, subscribe, and comment below. Comment. Let's talk about the Doctor. Yeah. All right. That's all I got for you. I will see you guys on my next review. Whether that's the Fourth Doctor or another MCU movie or something else. I don't know. I'm having fun. I hope you guys are as well. I will catch you on the flip side. See you guys later. Bye-bye.